Hey everyone, Coach Toolshed here, and I'm here today to bring you a little bit different type of video than I brought you before. This is going to be a straight rant video about Fallout 76, about Todd Howard and Pete Hines, and their pathetic, desperate attempt to do damage control, spin control, PR marketing bullcrap that they've been trying to jam down our throats all this week in multiple interviews after their reveal of Fallout 76 this week. I'm not exaggerating when I am saying that this reveal has alienated literally millions of Bethesda fans, Fallout fans specifically, who've been playing this franchise for a decade, have put hundreds, thousands of hours into these games, and and the nonsense that they've been trying to give us this week to try to defend this reveal is ridiculous. And I know there's some people who are like, why don't you play the game? Give it a chance. Okay, I understand that. I get that. My problem is not with me trying the game for myself and playing. My problem is the marketing spin that Todd and Pete have been doing all week. They've been talking out both sides of their mouth since Sunday night when Todd went out on that stage. The two of them, repeatedly, in multiple interviews, just saying one thing, contradicting it, the next statement. It's insane. And all these people, all these YouTube channels, all of them, bringing in Pete Hines to do one-on-one interviews. And no one's actually digging deep and holding any of these guys' feet to the fire and asking they're not pressing them on any of these issues. They're just letting them dance around the issues in every interview. For example, have you heard anyone ask them about the loot boxes? I haven't. I've watched a ton of videos this week. No one's talking about the loot boxes that Todd said was critical to the success of this game and keeping the servers running long term. They had to put loot boxes in. No one's talking about it, and I'm not even here to talk about loot boxes now, but that's just an example of stuff that no one's talking about. No one's holding their feet to the fire for the crap that is in this game. And I'm not talking about the content that's in it. I'm talking specifically about how they've completely changed the dynamic of the game simply by putting forced PvP into it. And the spin they're trying to put on that aspect of the game. Because everything they're saying has me feeling like it's going to be a griefer's paradise. And they're not giving any specific examples of what they're going to do to combat it. They're saying, oh, this is Pete Hines. Oh, well, if you die, you'll just respawn on the other side of the map. Great, Pete. Why would I want to respawn on the other side of the map if I get ganked by a 4-man goon squad in full power armor that's out-leveled me because I don't have time to play as much as them? Why would I want to respawn on the other side of the map that you guys are saying is the biggest map you've ever created? That sounds like a blast. And he keeps using this idiotic example. Well, if you get killed by a Deathclaw in Fallout 4 and you respawn at your base, the Deathclaw's not going to keep going back and griefing you. So I don't know why people are saying that, it's going to be it's not going to be griefy. We don't want it to be griefy because, the Deathclaw won't come back and grief you. Are you kidding me? Of course it's not, because you programmed it to not do that. Are you programming the 4 real people who are going to be running around in power armor? Are you going to program them not to grief people? What kind of statement is that? That is the most asinine thing I've ever heard as far as spin control coming out of your mouth, Pete Hines. I've heard it multiple times in multiple interviews. Because you're going to every single YouTube channel that will take you, and they're all just sucking up to you and not asking you anything. They're not pressing you on anything. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, the Deathclaw is not going to chase me. How does a Deathclaw that you programmed in any way compare to a full group of players, of real players? Which, by the way, Todd, everyone's going to be marked on your map, on your Pip-Boy. So, if you want to avoid people, you can just avoid them. What? Yeah, I guess no genius could ever figure out that someone could also use that pit boy to, I don't know, track down people who are alone on the map. Like, are you kidding me? Who is buying this? Who is listening to this and be like, you know what, Todd? That's a hell of a point you made. Yeah, I didn't think of it that way. How stupid do you guys think we are? Do you think we're this stupid? Like, shut up. Give me one single way that you are going to stop this from being an all-out troll fest on your servers. Because you've already said you can't play offline. You can't have a solo lobby with just or just one with you and your friends. You will see people. Todd has said specifically you can't necessarily opt out of PvP. But they don't want it to be griefy. That's what they keep saying. We don't want it to be griefy. Has anyone... I'm legitimately asking, has anyone in the upper management of Bethesda, I have to think you have, has anyone ever actually been in an online video game lobby that's supposedly supposed to be generally co-op but allows PvP griefing? I mean, seriously, answer that question. Has any of you been it? Has anyone played the Dark Zone in the Division? Anyone at Bethesda? Has anyone seen that? And how that launched? With the rogue system that was supposed to stop that. It didn't stop anything. If griefing is allowed in your game, griefing will occur in your game. 100% of the time in every game. How many examples do we need to, like, name any game that allows griefing? It happened. Well, we're going to try to de-incentivize it. You know, if someone kills you, they're not going to necessarily benefit from that. Great, Todd. Are you kidding me? What incentivizes someone in GTA Online from parking a tank outside the apartment buildings and blasting every single living soul that walks out the door? There's nothing incentivizing. In fact, they're not incentivized to do that. They're actually penalized for doing that. They can be put into separate lobbies just for people who are, quote-unquote, on bad behavior. And the people don't care. They just go to their alternate account. Or they wait the 5-day ban or whatever you impose until they can just come back and keep doing it. Griefers don't care about progressing in the game. Griefers don't care about, gotta get all the top loot. They don't care about doing quests. They just want to get the best loot they can as quickly as possible and team up and make other players' lives hell. And I can hear it now. Coach Toolshed, what are you just scared of PvP? You just scared? No. I play PvP all the time. I have no problem with PvP. But when I play a Fallout game, for all these years in this franchise, put in all this time, and it's not just me. I'm saying literally millions of people have put in all this time, and when the second you just add PvP into the mix, it totally changes the entire dynamic of the game. And you can sit there and give me this, well, it plays like a traditional Fallout, oh shucks, guys, I don't see what all the uproar is. It plays like a traditional Fallout. No, it doesn't. No single-player game will feel the same when you add PvP. It changes everything about the dynamic to its core. You've got to be kidding me with this crap. And we have to sit there and just watch sycophantic journalists after quote-unquote journalists on all of these YouTube channels just be like, oh, geez, guys, this sounds great. This all just sounds great. And just ignore, well, some of the fans have concerns about, will we be able to play radio stations? Shut up. No. That is so far, stuff like that is so far down the list of what people are concerned with. There's one primary concern. And you want to know what? You morons. All you had to do was just make it simply co-op. If it was just co-op with you and a group of 4 people, you would have virtually no one complaining about it. In fact, you would probably have a lot of longtime fans really, really excited. As it stands now, you have some people who are, Excited, sure. There's some people who are into it. Okay, great. Cool. Good. I'm glad that there are people who want to play this nightmare that you're describing to me of Fallout 76. I'm glad some people want to play it. To me, it sounds like a nightmare. It sounds like a griefer's paradise, and you're not telling me any way that it's not going to be.
Oh, well, Toolshed, they said, your base can get packed up and you don't really lose any progress. And your base gets packed up and even if it gets destroyed, then, you can still pack up your base and you don't lose any progress.
Yeah, you actually do. You don't make any progress for the time that you're spending playing the game. That's the loss of progress. I'm playing the game for an hour, trying to run around from a group of idiots. Or I can... Well, you can just change server. Great! So I'm going to get chased off the server? Awesome! That sounds kick-ass, guys. Really, that's kick-ass. Thanks for that. These are the anti-griefing tools that they're bringing up. I can rebuild my own base. What a blast. Oh, it'll be quick and easy. Great, I don't care. I don't want to have to redo it every time someone decides to blast me with the fat boy. Come on! Literally everything you're saying is the exact opposite of an anti-griefing tool. What you're doing is a cushioning the blow for the person getting griefed tool. You're telling me 0 things you're going to do to the people that are griefing.
Well, you're going to have the option. You could run away.
Thanks, Pete. I can run away. Awesome. Tell me how you're going to combat the grief. Don't tell me how you're going to ease my burden after I get blasted. Give me a break. And anyone who agrees with this will agree with the fact that this is the primary problem with your reveal. And everything you've been saying and all the garbage PR crap you've been jamming down our throats ever since. Because you know from the message boards and the comment threads that people are pissed. It's not the people that are sucking up to you behind the desk at E3. It's the fans and the message boards are pissed. Not all of them. And granted, maybe I should give it a try and see how it goes. But you are giving me no reason to put down money on this game. Don't forget about the loot boxes. Gotta have the loot boxes, Todd. You gotta have them. Tell me one thing you're doing to stop the griefer. Don't tell me how you're going to cushion the blow for me afterwards. When I'm rebuilding my base or switching a server or moving everything around because my zone just got nuked. Which is the other thing I haven't even talked about. That's the end game, is nuking zones and destroying the base. Great. So the end game is to blow up someone's base and their zone and irradiate the place so they can go in for high-end loot, which means everyone's going to be trying to do that as quickly as possible. I'm done. Stop making excuses for this crap. Give us a little explanation. Enough with the platitudes. Stop trying to placate me. Give me something concrete. This is Coach Toolshed, and as always, keep it turned to 11.